In this fascinating adventure, YOHANE and her companion Laylaps must rescue their missing comrades from a monster-infested maze. YOHANE can create strong equipment and use the might of her allies, and the dungeon contains hidden riches. The basement has a variety of secret destinations, including temples, ruins, and a sunken ship. The casting mechanism enables players to create new objects from accumulated materials, with over 90 crafting recipes accessible. Adaptability and quick thinking are essential as you negotiate the constantly shifting parts. Marble It Up. Ultra is a marble platformer game. It has a lengthy single-player game with multiple difficult stages in which players may cross perilous obstacles, defy gravity, bounce off floors, and use strong power-ups. The game also has 5 competitive multiplayer modes where players may seek for gems, score goals, evade zombies, and show off their marble abilities online. Players may proceed by unlocking a collection of marbles, paths, and headwear, discovering hidden trophies, earning medals, and participating in online play. The game is a 2D exploration platformer featuring non-linear gameplay that allows players to explore independently. Erina and Ribbon can improve their talents by learning new powers and upgrades. The game has numerous difficulty settings, a large environment with 9 main places and over 20 sub-areas, over 60 goods and upgrades, and over 20 completely drawn characters. Players can also compete in over 40 boss bouts with over 1,000 attack patterns. The boss rush mode allows players to take on many bosses at once.
Your greatest battle.
Engage yourself in the samurai afterlife and team up with zombie soldiers, magical monks, and mighty mustachioed samurai leaders to defeat your enemies. Skull-tastic components feature hand-drawn and animated graphics that come to life. Learn and master 4 amazing animal monks. Explore 24 levels of renowned single-player storyline. What hurdles does General Akamoto encounter in gaining recognition? Meet 4 deities and 6 generals, each with their own distinct talents. Transform your troops into powerful monsters. Continue through the system to get experience, emblems, and recognition.
So welcome to the afterlife. Welcome.
This arcade adventure whisks players away to a wonderful planet teeming with lovely characters, amusing comedy, and awe-inspiring magic. Players may engage in thrilling combat against fearsome adversaries and work together in local 2-player co-op mode. The game has 3 difficulty levels to accommodate players of various skill levels. To overcome obstacles and kill foes, players can use their unique powers, ball improvements, and spell power-ups. The game has a great repeat value, with new difficulties to find at each level. The game presents a more expansive and immersive environment, and it incorporates characters from many realms, like GUNVOLT and Beck. The game mechanics have been completely revamped, with various new improvements like as a rich character customization system, the burst combo system, and the dowsing ability, which activates the HD rumble function as players approach hidden goods or regions. The traditional pixel visuals have been redesigned to blur the lines between 8-bit and 16-bit, transporting gamers back to the nostalgic appeal of the golden age of 2D action games. Samurai Defender Ninja Warfare is a tower defense game in which players must defend their fortress against oncoming enemy waves, to oppose the invading troops and grow their units through strategic alternatives. Players must employ their distinct skills. High-speed fights against enormous armies are included in the game, allowing players to understand their soldiers' capabilities and use them to gain an advantage. Players may also improve their talents by utilizing the money and copper they win in combat. AKANE is a nasty arcade slasher game that features one-hit, one-kill gameplay elements. Players must deal with 5 different categories of opponents: Yakuza guy, tank, shooter, cyber ninja, and boss. Each has its own set of strengths and limitations, and players must accomplish objectives to get access to new weaponry and equipment. Pistols, katanas, cigarettes, gadgets, and boots are among them. Players may also utilize their special samurai skills to slay opponents on the screen, such as Dragon Slash and Dragon Slayer. Cigarettes alter the appearance of talents, whilst gadgets provide little but major boosts in battle. Fury Unleashed is a dynamic comic book experience that immerses players in a living comic book world where ink is a valuable resource. The game has a powerful combo system that allows players to learn the art of faultless gameplay. Customization choices allow players to select between the hard difficulty and the easy mode, unlocking more difficult settings such as Incredible and Legendary. The game also includes a rogue elite with soft permadeath, in which players can deliberately choose objects to help them progress through the game and win permanent enhancements for future runs upon death. Cloud Gardens is a game that employs small landscapes to bring nature back to cities. Players plant seeds and repurpose abandoned things to create one-of-a-kind structures, boosting relaxation and creativity. Players can bring their concept to life using a wide variety of artifacts and plant life. Cloud Gardens also offers a platform for gardeners to share their creations, including looping films and generative soundscapes. The game mixes aspects of a garden simulator, dystopian landscape builder, and puzzle game, with the goal of providing a fulfilling experience that is free of aggravation. Papercut Mansion is a roguelite horror game set in a papercraft universe. As Toby, a police detective, you investigate the estate floor by floor, gathering evidence for your evidence board. The game has a dark and suspenseful tale, high replayability mechanics, permadeath, different AI for each enemy type, logic puzzles, collectible upgrades, and customizable equipment. Each run lets you to create your playstyle by obtaining new skills and equipment, resulting in unique setups. Beginning in the Neocortex dimension, you will face difficulties, riddles, and surprises. You are confronted by two ancient dragons that have risen from their hibernation on a faraway world. You must stop the prototype dragon from reaching the tower with a strong weapon and your blue dragon. Conquer 7 realistic levels, including tropical towns and subterranean ruins. Face the prototype dragon, enormous dragonflies, wasps, sandworms, and flying battleships. You can unleash brutal strikes from all angles thanks to improved 360-degree controls and lock-on aiming. Take no compassion as you complete your job and safeguard the planet from the threat posed by the prototype dragon. Sarah must battle Lilith's minions and her hidden fortress with her sword. The adventure leads her through ice castles, dungeons, and lava caverns before arriving at Lilith's hideout. The game has rich pixel art visuals and runs at 60 frames per second. Sarah must overcome 5 castles, each with its unique set of challenges, as well as 6 scary monsters. There are 7 new game modes with various difficulties for those looking for a more tough encounter. The game provides players with an exciting and demanding experience. ONINAKI is a role-playing game set in a world where the ghosts of the dead might linger in the beyond if they die with regrets. Kagachi, a member of Watchers, is responsible with relieving the spirits' burdens and resolving their conflicts so that they can pass on quietly. If they do not, they will turn into monsters and their souls will be linked to the planet. Kagachi meets the Night Devil and sets out on a journey to save the world. The plot has a one-dimensional character and unexpected events, although the final third might feel stretched out. The story of Lost Spear begins in the remote town of Elgarth, when a young child named Kanata awakens from a traumatic dream to find his birthplace fading before his eyes. When confronted with a terrifying entity that threatens the very essence of life, he must summon the dormant power of memory in order to retrieve what has been lost, in order to avert their world's inevitable annihilation. Kanata and his allies begin on a quest to reconstruct their reality. harnessing varied memories and masterfully changing the environment around them. Pumpkin Jack is a 3D platformer in which players take on the role of Jack, the mythical pumpkin lord, and go on an epic adventure across exotic settings. The game's color palettes are bright, and the lighting effects are of great quality. To prevail in dynamic real-time conflicts, players must master combination strikes, evading and timing. To defeat opponents, they must unlock weaponry and make clever choices. They make acquaintances along the road, including a pompous hooty owl and a harsh crow. Vambrace Cold Soul is a fantasy adventure roguelike set in a frozen setting. The King of Shades curses ice and air, forcing its previous occupants to reappear as insane wraiths. As the King of Shades amasses an army of undead, the few survivors are driven into hiding. A mysterious man with an enchanted Vambrace emerges in the city one fateful day. The story-driven game has compelling characters, hard obstacles, and intricate strategies. Players must select astute party leaders, camp to recover, manage odd encounters, and endure lethal battle on Ice and Air's icy and cruel surface.
Bound by eternal purpose.
After a brilliant mechanic sets out on a journey to save a planet on the verge of collapse. She navigates rich environmental puzzles and platform gaming with the Omni Switch. The island's giant inhabited robots remain dormant under the surface. Mo's aim is to restore these devices, but she begins to wonder if this is the correct route for her. Megan Gay wonderfully narrates the narrative, and the game transports players to a visually breathtaking, created world filled with interesting characters and monsters. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome!